If he can just, be a floor spacer, knock down shots, kind of take his time. It gives him somebody that can rebound, can play that pick and roll game. Remember, last year he did quite a bit of being the pick screen guy, rolling and playing like a Draymond role, but more of a scoring way, like having the 3-on-2, 2-on-1, be able to finish at the rim and find guys. Now he can still kind of do the same with not having to be as aggressive, and he doesn't have to carry a load as much. They are playing a little differently, but I think he's going to integrate just fine. He's been in that system. He knows those guys. He's been watching it every day. Second-guessing himself, I don't understand it because it's like you're one of the best players in the world. And, they could always use you. Even if you're not 100% you, 70% you is a very good player. And they're good, you're good, and it's going to only make things easier for everybody, all around.
We were dealt an unfortunate blow in the league when about 4 guys, good guys, suffered Achilles injuries last year.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum, Damian Lillard, Tyrese Halliburton, and DeJounte Murray. And we're talking about injuries, right? I was there, not to bring up anything bad, DG. I was there in the building covering a playoff game, Philadelphia.
Yeah, you were there.
And those were, Mike, I've experienced 2 actually being there covering the game, 2 like gruesome type injuries. I was there for Paul George when he, the leg incident in Las Vegas. I was there for that, and I saw Danny. I felt so bad for him and his. What injury was that?
It was my knee.
It was
Joel. Yeah, Joel rolled into me a little bit, and I tried to walk it off.
Yeah,
I think I heard the fan like when I tried to put weight on it, my knee buckled again, and then the fans were like, "Oh!" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, it's not stable enough." But yeah, I knew when it happened, it was kind of over. I just heard everything. I thought it was out of place, and I looked down, the leg was still straight. I was like, "All right, cool, we're okay." But yeah, I knew it was kind of done when it happened.
How was it in the aftermath of coming back and then finally getting ready to hit the court?
So yeah,
what's the battle like?
Knee is different than Achilles, but shout out to my PTs, man. They did an unbelievable job. Mike Roncarati, who was in Memphis, and then my other guy, Sean Johnson, he was with me over at Myers Sportive Institute here in LA, but now he's with Portland Trailblazers, and they were just maniacal at pushing me and getting me there, and I took it serious. But showing up is half the battle, just being there every day and putting the hours in, and like 5-6 days a week of nonstop, sometimes 8-hour days, of doing some rehab and then some lifting. But yeah, it takes time, and I got cleared probably at 7.5 months. I didn't come back. I gave myself 2 extra weeks just to let the tendon heal some more. But it takes some time just to mentally be able to get over certain things, and you have to train your mind to walk again, train your mind to jump again, and to land, to stop, to go. But when you're out there, you got to make sure it's loose, and you're just a little scared to do the one-legged jump. They're 2-leg, and the game is really fast. So you got to find ways to slow it down. Even when you're not hurt, you got to find ways to slow the game down. It took some weeks. I did some 5-on-5. It took about 2 or 3 weeks of that. We started out 1-on-1 first, and then some 3-on-3, and then eventually got to 5-on-5. Did that for about 2 or 3 weeks, and I think Tatum is doing that now. If he does that for another 2 or 3 weeks, he'll feel confident. But even still, when you get out on the court, it's very different, and it's going to take about a week or 2 for him to slow the game down and build that confidence. And it helps his teammates around him and telling him, just encouraging him and believing in him. That's going to be, the kind of the make or break situation. But I fully believe that he has the right group and he's the right person, and he's younger than me too. I was 35 when it happened. Yeah. He's about 10 years younger than me, so I think he'll be okay. And in that system, with that group, with that coaching staff, I think he's going to thrive, and it won't take him as much. But you definitely feel a lot better the following year. Okay. Like you just feel more comfortable. You're not thinking about it as much. It just happens second nature now.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and he's probably thinking to himself, hey, we are this close. Why not try to make that push at this point? But I think what you're describing right now is trust. Can you trust when you're out on the floor that you can do all the things without having to think and just sort of react? 6-game slate in the NBA. One of them was coming down to the wire. That was the Spurs and Raptors. Toronto.
Should have watched that one.
Yeah, we'll get an opportunity.
Can we watch it now?
Yeah, down the stretch.
We can watch the last minute.
Okay. Why not? Ooh.
10-game winning streak.
Great finish right there. Got a good look.
He did.
Yeah. Great play to set up that look.
Good draw up, Darko.
Yeah.
10-game winning streak. I know we gave the stat last time we saw that for the San Antonio Spurs. Got to go back to that 2016 campaign. Your Spurs won 13. Both you guys, the significance of 10-game winning streak, knowing what this franchise and organization has been through last 2 seasons.
Well, this is a very significant win right here to top off this winning streak because Wemby had a subpar game offensively, and they were still able to come back. Yeah. They came back. Remember that?
Down 15,
yeah,
16.
Came back and got the win on the road. And as D knows, because he played there, Toronto, that's a hostile environment out there. You know, so this is a very good signature win. I know it might not be against what people consider a signature team, but that's a signature win, beating them in that environment, coming back, your best player not having a good game offensively, but having the resolve that this right here builds character. This is the makeup of a great, tough-nosed, hard, mentally and physically team. And I give kudos again. Coach Mitch Johnson, I think he's doing a phenomenal job with that squad.
Maybe you can pull up their last 10 games, but what's most impressive to me, if I can recall correctly, it's not that they won, is who they played and who they beat. I know Detroit was a good team. Like, they're not just beating, the lottery teams. They're beating some pretty good teams. So that's a really good statement to do in this league at any point in the season, especially late in the season.
And no team has beaten OKC 3 times this season.
So who's the last 10 wins?
Yeah, Magic, Thunder, Mavs back-to-back, at Lakers, at Warriors, taking out the Suns, Kings, now obviously Pistons and Raptors.
Those are good groups, man. And there's nothing to sniff at. That's not, that's a really good schedule. And who do they have upcoming?
Nets. They got an opportunity.
So they might have a chance to extend.
Might.
Nets and who else?
I guarantee you
the full schedule here.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. I gotcha. Well, New York, Lumen, and then Philadelphia, and then
those two are the good
New York.
ones. Now, if they win those two, that'll be some heavy hitters. Like to beat New York and Philly if Joel's playing. But those are some battle-tested games.
I got to tell you, this run is actually really difficult. You want to get that win against Brooklyn because it's at New York, at Philadelphia, then Detroit, Clippers,
they're on the road for
Houston,
a while.
Boston, Denver.
They go back to Detroit again.
So this is. I know we're talking about strength of schedule.
Wow.
Like this chunk is not easy.
Wow. Boston, Denver, Charlotte.
Yeah, it's
good games coming down the stretch.
Now, a less than up home stretch of the season, but this is tough sledding. But San Antonio Spurs getting it done.
Yeah.